All right, what's going on, Legionnaires? Welcome to another episode of the Legion of Comic Correction, where we talk all things comic books, and we are talking today about Hawkeye, Episode 5. We've got one more after this, 2 Hawk, 2 Eye, another episode, another week. Some great stuff. I will say right now, not only
Side
are
blades.
I was wondering how long it would take. I was wondering how long it would take before
That's
he
as long as
dropped
it could be.
That was it. I'm
sorry.
really impressed
He
it took
tried
it was that
really
long.
hard.
I tried really
I'm
hard.
so
Held it in.
impressed that it was that long. So we at the Legion have done a little bit of a
getting near the
gift
holidays.
exchange.
Preliminary gift exchange,
Preliminary
which was
gift
established
exchange.
for
I-
Thursday.
Yeah, it was
Listen.
established for a whole different day, but then Greg ruined it.
Greg's like, I'm the best, so I got to do this now.
Well, he tried
No,
to be the
it's-
best. He tried to be
true.
the best, and then
Side
blades.
Hey, whoa, well, I think they both have their ups and
they
downs.
have their
They
their
do.
Well,
merits.
actually,
they each
neither-
have their
I don't think
merits.
either of them have downs, right?
No, there's no
No,
downs.
there's no downs.
There's no
They have their
downs.
own-
There's only
There's no
ups.
downs.
Well, anyway, all right. So, I'm sure we'll see more side blades as we go through the
Side
day.
blades, side blades, side blades.
All over the place. Just that you guys are aware, though, this is not only spoilers for the latest episode of Hawkeye and all the episodes
Yes.
before it,
Yes.
but we also are going to be talking a little bit about Spider-Man,
Spider-Man.
No Way Home. So,
Yeah, have to.
if
have
you
to.
haven't, we'll link you in the description, but go back and watch our full review of Spider-Man No Way Home.
Check it out.
Which
Check
came out right
check
before
Check
this.
it out.
Yes, check that
Oh,
out.
man.
And yeah, and then come back and listen to this. So make sure you're doing that. But spoilers for Hawkeye and spoilers for No Way Home Spider-Man. Also, thank you. Like and subscribe. Don't forget to
It's
hit
what I'm here
that
for.
bell
Hit it.
so you know when all our new episodes come out. Make sure you leave a comment down below telling us that you love us, that you hate us, that you're
Drop it in the comics.
mad about us. I don't really care.
Just do something.
Just say something.
Yeah,
Even
just
if
get
it's
involved.
Super disparaging. We don't
Yeah.
care.
Yeah, we're here.
Say you can
We're
beat me
here
in
for it.
fight.
Yeah.
We
Oh,
all know
yeah.
it's not true because I have side blades now. So
We thrive on your interactions. So
Side blade,
give us
side
some
blade.
comments. Drop it in the comments down below. And oh, baby.
Oh, baby.
All right. So Hawkeye episode 5. Man, we've got one more episode after this. And this one
Here's
really
what I want to say.
set some stuff.
Here's what I want to
boy,
say.
here we go.
I'm going to start it off.
listeners and viewers, as you know, Logan says,
I'm gonna
I'm just going to
start it
say
off.
one
If you-
thing, and
if
then
you-
30
If
minutes
you wanna- no, I was
later,
gonna say, if you
Greg
wanna
and I are like,
listen.
yeah, this episode was good.
Yep.
If you want to
That's the end of the episode.
Like and subscribe. That's
Just
the end of this.
Let me explain.
Skip 5 minutes ahead if you want to.
Here's what I will say.
Logan's rant. No, I'm kidding. It's good.
Here's what I will
What
say.
are you gonna say?
Go ahead.
I was wrong.
Oh. Ladies and gentlemen, it's never been done before.
What?
Logan has admitted he's wrong.
I am very happy with this episode. I'm very happy with this episode.
I need to lay down.
I know. Like that, we could just end the episode
And
there.
we're good there.
Yep.
Cut.
I have to say this episode took the step that it needed to.
Yeah, it did.
I still have
Yeah.
some concerns
Sure,
because
as we all do.
I think there's still a lot of moving pieces.
There's a lot to happen.
There's a lot that needs to happen in this 6th episode, but they've set it up in a way where they can actually close some of the storylines that need to be closed.
Yeah, they can.
And that's
in a nice way.
In a nice way.
In a nice way,
exactly.
not in a rush way.
Exactly.
In a nice way.
And I mean, I'm going to jump right to, the golden goose. I'm going to do it.
Which one? There were.
I'm going to jump to the big golden goose.
Golden.
And the
we're gonna
big
start-
golden goose.
That was literally
The
the
big
last
man.
2
I don't care.
seconds of the episode.
I don't care. Here's the thing. I know Harry is more excited about this than anybody.
You going to take this from me? When I'm
No,
wearing
go
side
ahead.
blades?
You go ahead and do it.
No.
I gave you side blades. Can I say it?
No,
I thought
you,
gifts were supposed to be given
No.
and with no stipulations.
No, you can't say it. He has to say,
Say
it. He's
it,
been
say it,
freaking
because
out
I will.
about this.
Kingpin's back, baby.
Yes, sir.
Not just Kingpin.
Vincent D'Onofrio, baby.
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
man.
But time out. Here's the thing. Had I just seen this episode, okay? Had I only seen this episode and not Spider-Man No Way Home, okay?
Yes.
I would have still been concerned it wasn't Vincent D'Onofrio because they blurred the picture a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I
It
hear
wasn't
you.
super,
I hear
super clear.
people could argue, are you out of your mind? It's clearly him. Sure.
we
but,
argue that all the time.
But we have seen Disney do crazier things, more baits and switches and in the past and not follow through. However, in Spider-Man No Way Home,
Yes.
we get Charlie Cox
Yeah,
back
baby.
as
He's
Daredevil.
back with those
So, the
sick
fact-
red sunglasses.
The fact that
Yep.
he is back in Spider-Man No Way Home
Catching bricks.
and the fact that we get that picture at the end of this episode. We now know Kingpin, Vincent D'Onofrio, is back in this universe. So I am incredibly excited. He's one of my favorite characters, one of my favorite castings. I love the villains, but this is a villain who controls villains, who's on top of the game.
Oh, baby.
And so I'm really excited about that.
Man.
I cannot wait to see how they build it. And I just hope, here's the thing that I hope. I hope we actually get even just one line from him, that we actually get to see him in the 6th episode.
So it's real hard for Disney to back out.
Right. I just don't want to get to the 6th episode and not have seen him in the episode in some way.
Listen, Feige, if you for some reason back out with Vincent D'Onofrio,
here we go.
Just know.
Here we go. Side blades.
Side blades.
So that's my holdout for the 6th episode is no longer that like
we want to see
we don't know if Kingpin's going to be in it. It's not that anymore. It's that I want to see him come in some way, even if it's like we've been talking about,
the stinger,
which is like the stinger at the very end, and we roll. I'm fine with that, but I just want to see him and hear a line. Maybe even it's not a line. I would settle for him to enter in and menacingly be in a room.
Or just like chuckle, kind of.
I would be fine with
like
either of them.
Chuckled a little bit.
But like with his face.
Yeah,
right.
You gotta get that face. It's just like,
oh my gosh,
when
he
I was
phenomenal.
A boy.
He was a phenomenal.
When I was a boy.
I know I went all the way to the end.
No, it's fine.
I know that I jumped there.
We had further confirmation. He confirmed it on Twitter that he is returning as Kingpin. He left. If you noticed, actually, these last couple episodes, and they do this in the Disney Plus shows where they don't do it on like hardly any of the episodes, but there are some near the end usually where they put a stinger. So I've been like fast forwarding and checking.
Yeah, I've been looking.
The end of this episode, there wasn't a stinger.
Nope.
But at the very end of the credits, they pulled back on that same shot they've shown the whole series at the end of the credits. And if you're a nerd like me and watch those credits, and it shows Kate Bishop, like the drawn version of her standing on a cityscape, like on top of a city line.
Yeah.
But this time, it pulled back, and the shadow over the city was the Kingpin.
Yeah.
Super cool. So
I'm not saying that like the building that the mom went into was the building I said it was, but it was exactly the same building.
Yes, and I think you're. No, I think. I think you're completely right.
I'm not saying it, but it definitely is.
So when the Netflix shows were running, they kept like they were always considered as kind of like outside of canon, but they always made connections, especially Daredevil, where they talked a lot about the Battle of New York and aliens and things like that. And so they made mentions of those things, and now we get a chance to actually see that come in as the fold. And what fans are wondering and what we're wondering is, did everything that happened in the Daredevil show actually happen in the MCU? And so are they going to like kind of pick up?
Oh, yeah, that's going to be a real question
at the end of there. So is Elektra out there? Is his
I hope so. She was
dealings
great.
with the foot out there?
Yeah, but then
or the hand. I mean, sorry. Well, no.
There is, I know.
It's really funny.
No,
the Foot Clan is from.
So Kevin Eastman and Peter Laird, who are the creators of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles,
they
literally wove it into the Daredevil comic book. In the original origin of the Turtles, the mutagen truck almost hits a blind lawyer who's walking across the street. And
that's pretty cool.
And it falls and breaks and makes the Turtles. And then the Turtles fight crime in New York in a very kind of noir crime drama in the original Turtles anyway.
Interesting.
And the ninja group was the Foot, and they made that based off of the hand because everything was parallel to Marvel's.
Well, speaking of that,
but the hand might be in there too. Which is sweet.
and that's something we have to be aware of because if they bring in all of them, they also have to bring in the Defenders series.
Yeah.
No, I mean maybe.
You know who I will.
You can just pick and choose.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you know who we don't. Want coming in here.
Iron Fist.
Iron Fist.
Kevin Feige can choose.
Yeah, but we don't want Iron Fist in here.
Well, I want Iron Fist. I just don't want him.
That's true. That's very true.
Want Iron Fist. I want Iron Fist because here's the deal. Is it Michael Calder? I forget. What's the guy's name who plays Luke Cage? I think it's Michael Calder. I can't remember.
He is great.
He's phenomenal. Can you? Can you look it up?
Bring in Luke Cage.
He's great. Right, but what I really want him to have an Iron Fist to bounce off of, because like in the comics, they're like the duo. They're a
duo more
group. What's his name?
Mike Coulter.
I was real close.
You were right on it.
Yeah,
pretty much right.
he's fantastic. And they brought in
big dude, just
Iron Fist. And it's like,
perfect.
Crap out of
you
people.
stink.
The thing about Luke Cage though is like I've always felt like in watching all of the Netflix series that Luke Cage is like way OP for the street level.
Oh yeah, he always has been
that they're doing.
Yeah, but he's like super humble, so like
true,
it's great.
True.
He's
we gotta get back on the actual topic.
Spider-Man's the friendly neighborhood. Like he's the
Fair.
same deal.
Fair.
He's
OP for that.
He's Power Man. He's Power Man. He's just from a different borough in New York. Anyway, you're right. Let's get back. I know, but a lot of fans are talking about the Netflix shows right now because that's what we're
I agree.
mind.
I agree.
A lot of correlations
I agree.
between the two.
But the bigger
but
thing
you're
here.
right. One more thing before we go back.
Yeah,
to
go
that.
ahead.
You're right in that. I really hope, even though we want more Kingpin, we want him to be. I really hope it is more like that because
I'll be fine with that because they can't do too much with Kingpin right now.
Well, and
it's too crowded.
Not only that,
it's
too stuffed.
Yeah,
it's too stuffed.
Yeah.
Let him be on the outlier and
needs
then
to breathe
and then be the big guy
into the next thing.
Season,
if it's
or series or whatever,
if it's Echo or multiple series, let it breathe. Let it
do
be the
another
next thing.
Daredevil.
Because here's the thing.
Will they do season 3 of Daredevil?
Yeah,
like,
maybe.
That's the talks. Is like they had a season 3 prepped and then Netflix canceled it. So will they do season 3 now on Disney Plus?
The only problem I have with it is that
it won't be as violent.
Yeah. I mean,
like
that's
what
be
made
real.
that great was that.
But you know what? They could. They could they could pull it back a little bit with like the actual blood, but they could still make it as brutal and then just pull back the language and pull back the blood.
It's true.
And I feel like you could still the heavy hitters. The language was a big part of Daredevil. The heavy hitting, and like they just pull back a little bit in the blood, and they Punisher would be tough to translate. That just couldn't happen.
Yeah,
but
there's absolutely
not
no
like
way they can
that. But I feel like
Punisher
Daredevil could still have a very
way.
similar. Daredevil could have a similar
Daredevil
mood.
could
He could have a similar
potentially
mood.
potentially.
Yeah.
But
just a little bit pulled back.
here's
okay.
here's the reason. Here is the perfect
Yeah.
explanation and justification that this episode or this whole series right now is still way too crowded.
Okay.
Who did we barely see in this episode?
Echo.
No, we saw Echo a bunch.
The mom.
Really?
Nope, we saw Mom a
Swordsman.
bunch.
Swordsman?
Swordsman.
Well,
Swordsman
yeah.
got arrested. He was in this episode for 1 minute.
But
for 1 minute with no explanation, he was arrested
Yep.
and said that he was framed
Yes.
and then taken away.
And he'll be
that's
back
it.
for Christmas.
He'll be back for
And we
Christmas.
know
then
this
he'll be
next
back for
episode is
Christmas.
all about Christmas.
I know.
Yeah.
I know, but
I
what
think
I'm saying is
Christmas time.
I think it'll still go back to him being a SHIELD agent undercover.
I hope so.
Yeah, probably.
I hope so.
I think
Because
it's kind of inevitable.
If that's the case, though, then he doesn't need to be like they could easily do that because he doesn't need to be a villain or really an ally.
I know, but we're
he just
not-
needs to come back and be
we
a SHIELD agent.
barely are getting anything from it.
Yes.
You know, like what I'm saying is this is a
sacrifice
very
anything, though.
we sacrificed him.
No. I'm saying in that episode, I feel like the things that we got, we needed.
Yeah.
And the way his storyline could go, if it goes the way we were thinking, we didn't need him in that. He
I
could have
guess,
been an
but
outlier,
they didn't forward his storyline at all.
except that he's now out of the picture.
Except he's not out of the picture. Right.
yeah.
And what
we'll
I'm
see.
saying is
Yeah.
he will be back. We know he will be back in the
Yeah,
picture.
yeah.
And we have no forward progress on that other than he went to jail.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
And so
We'll
it's
see.
like
yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
it's just
Yeah.
crowded and they can still wrap it up well. But
Yeah.
I'm just saying that's what we sacrifice here is we
Yeah.
don't get more on Jack, who the three of us have discussed. We
Right.
would
Yeah.
like to see more
More
of the
swordsman
swordsman
stuff.
and
Yeah,
more.
it's a
And
good
he is a
storyline.
great actor portraying that character.
Yeah.
He's been a great character,
Yeah.
and we barely got him at all in this episode because what did we have to focus on? We had to focus on Yelena.
Yelena and Echo.
And Echo.
Kate.
Yeah, and that brings me to my
Yeah.
point of that if the reveal at the end didn't happen, this would have kind of almost been a filler episode.
100%. Yeah, I mean, it was
To some
It was
extent, yeah.
very
It was-
the
yeah.
front end of it was just
it was more
kind of brutal.
I would say it
You
was-
mean in terms of the interaction between Kate Bishop and Yelena?
Oh, I love that, man.
I just thought it was like
I really
it
love
was
that.
literally just
Jeez.
kind of circling. It
And
kind
I'm
of felt like
even
a
the
toilet
pessimist,
Yeah,
and
no,
I
he
liked
actually
it.
liked that.
I know, I
I
know,
was
I
a
know.
little nervous that you wouldn't.
No,
I
I
wonder-
liked it.
I wonder.
I thought it
if,
was done
though-
really well.
I thought, yeah, I'm not saying it wasn't done well. I just thought it was kind of like they were talking in circles.
Would you agree
That's-
though?
I
It was
mean,
just
that's
Yelena
fair.
with her fake Russian accent talking to Kate and saying like,
I like her
if you
accent.
tried to, I know, but like it's really fake.
Yeah, it's real
Um,
fake.
It's very campy.
Yeah.
Which I think
Yeah.
it's supposed to be. but
Yeah,
they're supposed
but
to be
it's just
campy.
kind of saying like, this is who I am. This is who I was. This is who my sister was. This is who we are. And also, on top of that, don't try anything. I can kill you at any second.
And this is why I'm here.
And this is why I'm here. And then Kate's like, no, he's a good guy. No, he's a good guy. No, he's a good guy. And then she's like, no, he's not. No, he's not.
I liked your point,
we didn't gain anything new from that.
That's what I'm saying. It was kind of just them talking in circles.
To your point, to his point, we didn't gain any new information that we didn't already know.
No.
There's nothing that was said in that interaction that from the viewer's perspective, you didn't already know.
Right.
Unless what they were doing was trying to give a backstory on Yelena for anybody who hadn't watched Black Widow.
Right. And
that is the only reason they may have done that.
I get if they do that, but that's not a good reason to throw that in there.
No, I agree with you.
But
I agree with you.
I think a bigger reason, though, and this goes back to something that we've theorized about.
Yeah.
If the Echo series, or maybe like a Kate Bishop series, if it comes out later on, is going to involve Kate and Yelena, then this was a good way to kind of
build their relationship,
get their rapport a little bit. So what I ask you, do you think that this was a quote unquote better filler episode than the last filler episode?
Well,
like if you removed the D'Onofrio thing at the end, would you say it was? I personally think it was a little more entertaining.
Yeah, I would say it was
more entertaining and more.
I just
directed,
thought that sequence.
It was a little drawn.
Could have been about, I don't know, 3.5 minutes shorter.
I thought they were playing it for humor and the rapport, and I thought it landed for me, but it just was not landed for you as much.
It landed for me.
I like rapport, but it seemed like Kate was just kind of saying this. Kate was 100% saying the same thing over and over.
No, it was just Yelena,
and it was Yelena just kind of.
That was Yelena's scene. That was Yelena's scene. Kate was just there.
I liked Yelena's point though that like you don't know Hawkeye.
Right.
Like, how do you actually know?
How long have you known him?
How long have you known him?
How long have you known him? Yeah.
I mean, now if Kate was thinking, she could get fired back with, like, how long have you known him?
Right.
Right.
You don't know him either.
Very
You're just
true.
going.
How long were you
going
for? Oh, 5 years.
Yeah.
Right. Oh,
that was cool.
So going back to that.
Cool.
We always scene. This is again, man.
Start and the end.
Start at the end.
Somewhat in the middle.
Yep.
Whatever.
Just bounce around.
How we eat pie.
Yep.
That beginning where she's freeing widows.
Yeah.
And then we see the snap. I loved the decision creatively to make her come right back instantly and have the paint just like change around her.
Yeah.
And realize she's in a different home.
No, it was an awesome way to do it.
It was so cool.
She wasn't in a different home. She was in the same place.
A remodeled home. A remodeled
same room.
That's why people fell from the skies when they're in airplanes.
Right. But like the bathroom's all remodeled.
Blow your mind on that.
She was confused because the bathroom was all remodeled. So she thought it was a different place, but then it's like the same home.
At least she wasn't like going to the bathroom mid like snap. You know.
There's a lot of
and then like you come back and someone else going to the bathroom. Like
there's a lot of things that could be really awkward.
Yeah.
We've talked about, like, what about the people who were in planes? Like, they're going to appear up in the sky where the plane was.
Or
oops, they're all dead.
Or would they appear in the plane?
No, the plane's moving. It's locational.
Yeah.
They would appear in the location they left.
That's true.
Think about it in the gym in Spider-Man Far From Home. All the bandmates appear in the middle of the basketball game.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah,
that's true.
Anyway, I thought it was a cool, and it also gave a little more gravity and, like, a little more background as to why Yelena is so ferocious about going after Hawkeye and why she would be in such an emotional state to, like, just blindly take this woman's, like, word that this is going to happen, because she literally was gone 5 years, came back, found everything was different, and found her sister was dead. Like, she's lost 5 years of her life and the only family she really cared about. And then she gets brought, the idea that this person killed. Here's your chance to get revenge.
Yeah. I mean, it was good. Obviously, eventually, through that whole entire conversation, it comes to the point that she was hired by the mom, so to kill Hawkeye.
Yeah, but this is where I don't.
Well,
there is a disconnect.
It was either she was hired by the mom or by Kingpin. I think she was hired by the mom.
No. Hold on. Hold on.
Right.
And this is where it gets all disjointed.
The mom is also working for Kingpin.
This is where it gets a little bit disjointed. And
right.
This is the one issue that's here in terms of like
I might
her
have
hiring.
a solution for it.
Madam Hydra.
Yes.
That character brought to Yelena that Hawkeye is the one who killed her sister.
Right.
Yep.
Who the heck are you?
So
why does she trust her?
There's
no reason.
Oh, why do you trust Madam Hydra?
Why do you trust her? So that's
her
number
name's
one.
Literally,
She brings.
Well,
she
brings.
Her name.
I know. But she brings this information to her,
right?
And then we say that she was hired by the mom, who's actually acting on behalf of Kingpin.
So there's a collection.
Where is this?
there's a collection of, I can't remember the name of them. If you know it, drop it in the comics.
Comments.
There's a collection of, I don't know if they're all female or if there's a good number of female like infiltrators that work with Madam Hydra.
Okay.
That go about and hire in and out and help create things like the Dark Avengers and the Thunderbolts and things like that.
Yeah.
And so there's rumor that she's one of them.
That could be the
make
case,
sense.
but
So-
then we're going to need to see that explained out more
they
because
definitely
right
will.
now,
Val has come in pretty much every single Disney Plus show.
That's true.
Madam Hydra.
That's true.
You know she's going to come. So here's what I'm guessing is that the mom's going to fail. Either she's going to turn good and sacrifice herself, be killed in the process,
Turn into
or
Mephisto.
turn into Mephisto.
Well,
that's true.
we said it here first. But I think
Episode 1 we said it.
What's gonna end up happening is Val's gonna come in to clean up the mess that Yelena made by not killing Hawkeye.
Yeah,
Could
it's most likely what
Could
So-
be, yeah.
And we're gonna find out that Kate's mom was working with or a lackey of
Kate's mom is
Val.
so we now know Kate's mom is involved in some
She's in
dark
some
stuff.
dark-
She's
Yeah.
in
Well, how else
some
do you
dark
make all
stuff.
that money?
However,
Yeah, right.
so
Yeah.
you gotta take a second here. You also gotta realize in this episode we got to see the softer side of her mom with Kate, and with the mom
Sure,
saying
she
that
genuinely
Kate
cares for Kate.
is the only thing that
matters,
matters to her.
Yep.
So we obviously know now that at some point she's going to be ordered to do something against her own
Against
daughter,
Kate, and she's not gonna.
and she's not going to follow through with it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so that's
Probably
where
die,
the turn on
and she'll
Kingpin.
probably-
Right,
She
that's
will
what I'm
get killed
thinking.
by
Yeah.
Kingpin.
Yep.
And
Val will come and talk with Kingpin. Maybe
Right.
they're working together. Who knows?
we see some backdoor stuff afterwards happen there.
Yeah.
But I can see that going down that road. But there's still the piece around. Now Echo knows that
Right.
her father, the hit on her father, like we talked about,
Right. That the clown was part of it.
that the clown was part of it, but
Yeah.
the informant
Yeah.
was Kingpin
Well, that's
giving
what's
the
gonna happen.
information over to Ronan, which is exactly what we had talked about in a previous episode.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's
And
what's gonna
so-
happen. I mean, she's gonna come to
Echo's going to turn.
she's gonna come to do the job
Yep.
in the last episode and then
Right.
turn. But can I just say kudos again to Marvel character development and little seeds they put and everything. Like I love the phrase. I think it's in the second episode where the mom's talking to Kate. Speaking of like Kate's her world, right? Like she'll
Right.
do anything for Kate.
Right.
There's a moment where she's like, most kids think they're invincible when they're young, when they're rich, and you were both your whole life.
Yeah.
And then she said, I wasn't. I
Right.
wasn't born into that, right?
Right.
And so it's the idea that, and then you go back in the first episode where her and her husband, Kate's dad, are having arguments about losing the house.
Right.
So they're
Right.
going into money issues, and she's losing that security to take care of Kate.
Right.
Then the husband dies, and now her tie to wealth is slowly, or now more quickly, falling away.
Right.
So who does she turn to? Somebody like Kingpin.
Sure.
To bring that wealth into the family so
Yep.
that she can take care of her daughter.
Family.
Well, I mean, and that's the thing.
Family.
Kingpin to
Family.
an extent preys on the family idea.
100%.
yeah.
He's not loyal to any of them.
No.
But he makes them feel
Yeah.
like family.
Yeah.
Right.
Despite
Uncle
the fact,
family.
yeah,
Yeah.
despite the fact that he
Right.
ain't loyal. He ain't loyal to anybody.
Yeah.
No.
Right.
He will
Except
cut
for,
you out and kill you immediately if you show weakness.
Except for Vanessa. It's the
Right.
only one he's loyal
That's
to.
true.
His
That's
girl.
true.
His girl. Right.
You're
yeah,
right.
the only one. And then his son later on in the comics.
Talking about my girl.
We are not ending an episode another one of your duets.
Oh man, we are.
We could
All
make
right,
it
we
a
are on-
trio.
we are on point here with this singing, my man.
Anything else you guys want to add to the episode before we wrap it up?
I
That's a lot
liked-
of what's going on.
I really
You liked
liked
it?
the fight scene between Ronan and Echo.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
that
that
was
was
sick.
good. I
That
like
I
that.
thought.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
you want to know why? It
Why?
was because you saw a different fighting style from Hawkeye
Yeah.
than you normally get to see.
Yeah, you get to
he
see
was
more of his
much
sword
more
Up close and personal, baby.
up close and personal,
Yeah.
but it
In
was
the hands
also
dirty.
much more ferocious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Wow,
we
he
saw
was
Ronan-
almost like a
snippets.
he was like a Batman.
yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
we
he's
saw
just going
snippets
in-
of
yeah.
that in Endgame.
I liked it.
But
Yeah.
this was
Well,
yeah.
and I think you've got to put yourself in the perspective of Echo. She is looking around and the only she can't hear
I
love that.
anything happening
I
around
really
her.
like that. Yeah.
So
because you
she
like the
looks
gunshots,
around.
right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She doesn't
like
see any of that.
I'm like,
hearing
I was
none
like,
of
how
that
did she not?
alerts her.
Oh wait,
Yeah.
she
None of
wasn't
that
looking
alerts
that
her.
way.
And
She
knows
sees the
that.
one guy's missing from his
Yep.
post, and
Right.
she's
Yep.
like, "Oh no, something's up."
Yeah, she recognizes it. I thought
Man,
that
I
was.
love
I
it.
thought that was. I was thinking about
Yeah.
like comparing your question before, like this
yeah,
episode
yeah,
to
or
last
the other one
episode.
for
I
fillers.
thought that fight scene was even better than the rooftop fight scene in the last one because
Less
I
crowded.
thought
Yeah,
it was
yeah,
less
yeah.
crowded, but it also just built a new dynamic.
Yeah.
That like
Yeah.
that one was just a straight up fight, and we got to see all
Yeah, and it was
four
cool.
going against each other, and it was cool.
Yeah.
This was a whole
Yeah.
new dynamic of how they were fighting.
Yeah,
Well,
very
it was
cool.
also like the end of the fight when
Yeah.
he's just like, "You come after me and my family. This will be the last face you'll see before you die."
Yeah.
Right.
It's
He,
like,
he
oh
took his
my
mask
word.
off. To
Yeah.
show
He
her.
had
He
no,
did, yeah, he's
no
like,
fear.
No
No.
fear.
No fear.
Like you will
Yeah.
not touch my family.
He's a man who's
Yeah.
He's a man who's lost everything.
and gained it all
And
back.
got it
And
all
got
back.
it all
Yeah.
So
back.
he's
You
never
don't
going to
mess
lose
with
it again.
that.
You don't.
Yeah.
You don't
Oh,
play.
man.
You don't play that game.
Yo, all right,
Yeah.
one more episode.
I'm
One more
really
episode?
excited
I'm
for
excited.
this last
I
episode.
really am.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we will have our episode. I know Christmas is coming up and the holidays are coming up, but we will have the last Hawkeye episode out
That's right.
just
Yep.
a few days after it airs on Disney Plus. So be back on this channel, checking it out, so that you can hear our thoughts on the finale.
Is that a trust a bro guarantee?
As a trusted bro guarantee.
Just gotta trust it, bro.
Trust a bro. Thanks for listening to the Legion of Comic Correction. Don't forget to check out our other episodes streaming everywhere you listen to podcasts. We're also on the major social platforms like Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Just search Legion of Comic Correction.
That's right. And make sure to check out our Patreon for exclusive supporter specials at patreon.com/Legion of CC. New episodes come out every week. We'll see you guys next week, same time, same place, same Legion.